Yeah, I mean, just obviously this weekend is a big game against Army, but just kind of overall at the start of the season, you guys have 2 wins and you're ranked number 11. So how are you feeling after 2 matches?
Yeah, I think it's still very early in the season. We're a work in progress, and I think getting better each practice, each week, we have a chance to see a different color jersey. So it's always great on Monday to have some learning experiences. Maybe see some things on game day that we haven't quite maybe practiced yet, so we can learn from and get better after a win. And that's the kind of where we are right now in February, and taking it day by day, week by week, and it was a good win on the road against a tough Stony Brook team who's projected to be one of the top two in their conference. And obviously the home opener with Lehigh, I thought was a good win to start the season. They went on and won this past weekend as well. So, but Army's going to be is going to be a big test, especially early in the season. So we need a good week of practice. We need to continue to get better and grow from our mistakes, and kind of figure out a little bit more of an identity of what our strengths are, and we're going to get tested this weekend, and we're preparing well for it.
And I mean, as usual, your offense is just off to a hot start. Jack Amon, Ross Scott, Knobloch, everyone getting in on with goals. So just what have you seen out of them?
Yeah, I think certainly they've been a bright spot. I do think there's a lot of growth with them collectively together. I don't think we're clicking on all cylinders yet. I think sometimes the ball gets stuck in some guys' sticks, and but when we bop it around and everyone's sharing the ball and we're moving and grooving, yes, it's pretty to watch, and we're going to lean on those older guys on that end of the field. The names you mentioned, Ross Scott, and Shane Knobloch, Jack Amon, Dante. We have a lot of older guys down there that have a lot of experience, and we're going to expect them to continue to be mature, hit singles, and not get complacent for having success and doing things well together.
And one stat I actually saw that kind of shocked me. I saw that you guys right now, I mean, that's very early on in the season, but you average 14 turnovers per game, which is actually the tied for fifth lowest in Division One lacrosse. So I mean, is that like, something you guys like worked on like in the off season, or is it just kind of something that's been clicking with the team?
I think every part of the off season, every part of practice, stick work and fundamentals are important. We want to be clean on the perimeter with the offensive stick work. We put a lot of time into our clearing and riding game and the specialties. So our specialties are going to have to be greatly improved for a tough, hustling, riding Army team. So we're going to have to clear the ball well and have success after getting stops, and make good decisions with the ball offensively and in transition. And I think if we can continue doing that, we limit the turnovers, but we also have more possessions and opportunities to score.
And overall, I know you've been kind of saying about the matchup. Just what are your on it? Like, how do you feel about the matchup? Like going into it, how do you feel with your team?
Well, it definitely, of all the scrimmages we've had and all the games we've had, we're playing a top 10 team in Army. It's a game that's always been a battle and a one goal contest. We're going to have to take care of ourselves first and foremost. So you can look back at the film last year. We had our opportunities, and I think missed on a lot of things that were self-inflicted that allowed them to capitalize and come away with a one goal game win. And we're home this year. I hope the pride and coming out of that tunnel in the white home jerseys and playing a top ranked team will have their attention this week. And we have been getting better each week, and we're going to have to get better this week again because we're going to be playing our toughest opponent so far in the early part of the season.